Go.
The Red Sox will play Game 2 in Milwaukee tonight after getting the road trip off to a very nice start last night, winning Game 1 behind strong pitching and timely hitting. And this evening at American Family Field, the Red Sox can take the series against the Brew Crew. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Good evening. I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner is Will Middlebrooks, and of course, Jemiah Webster joining us in just a couple of moments. Will, it's fascinating to me to look back at a team in spring training and then jump ahead, say, 20-21 games, as the Red Sox are now, and see how guys' roles have changed dramatically. How about Josh Winkowski and the valuable guy he's become?
You know, you said it's only been 21 games. It seems a little silly to be talking about an unsung hero at this point in the season. But my goodness, is it Josh Winkowski? He's maybe been the most important arm in this entire team. Alex Cora wanted to go to a six-man rotation for obvious reasons, get the guys rest. Well, that's one less arm in the bullpen. Having guys like Winkowski, the ability to throw multiple innings, the ability to throw high leverage situation, get the team's best hitters out, has really put them in a good position going forward and not being able to overuse their bullpen.
So where have things changed for him as we give you a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud?
And that's the thing, last year his biggest issue was no swing and miss. You see him whiff percentage. Last year on his sinker, 9%. Jump ahead to this year, 23.7%. That's a big difference, and I think part of that has to do with him going to his cutter. He's going to it a lot more, as you see in the percentage of usage right here as well. 24% he's using it this year. Being able to have two fastballs, one that goes left, one that goes right, and then that slider he retooled in the offseason. 3 very good pitches.
We're hoping to have Josh with us on a headset during the broadcast tonight. The Red Sox will take last night's formula every time out. Garrett Whitlock looks to duplicate that tonight. The right-hander has the ball in Game 2 from Milwaukee. Coming your way next. WB Mason. Refresh your workplace break room with who but WB Mason. Berkshire Bank, where your bank matters. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service, we're always here to get you there. And by buyatoyota.com for offers not seen on TV. Visit buyatoyota.com. Garrett Whitlock has the ball tonight. Jemiah Webster talked to pitching coach Dave Bush about him and his progress before the game. More on that. Let's toss it down to Jemiah.
Thank you very much, Dave. Well, it's a game of adjustments, and Garrett Whitlock did that between his first and second starts. He became the first Red Sox pitcher to go 6 or more innings in a start this season. He was efficient. He was effective in a game that lasted just 1 hour and 57 minutes, and nobody would complain about that. Here's pitching coach Dave Bush on Whit.
Yeah, he was great. I think the biggest thing for him was throwing his fastball for strikes on both sides of the plate. That's probably the one piece that was missing a little bit in Tampa. But he worked a lot between starts, and this is kind of what we hope he can be. Obviously, that was probably the best version of it, but the fastball command and the command of the off-speed pitches is really what he does best, and so being able to see him do that against the Angels is why he went so deep that game.
Another tough task in this Milwaukee Brewers lineup. What's kind of the strategy to try and get him up into that area again, 6-7?
Yeah, I mean, Nick did it last night really well, where he used the top of the zone with his fastball and used his off-speed pitches. Obviously, Witt's a different style of pitcher, but same general plan, being able to attack the strike zone, mix his pitches in the zone, and let his stuff play as he usually does.
Last start, Whitlock set career highs in innings pitched as a starter and pitches thrown. Up against old friend Wade Miley. First pitch with OB and Will Middlebrooks on the way next.
Free Subaru Ascent. WB Mason. Refresh your workplace break room with who but WB Mason. And by Plymouth Rock, the official auto and home insurance provider of the Boston Red Sox. Milwaukee taking the field inside American Family Field. And here's a look at this Red Sox lineup. It's brought to you by Plymouth Rock. And tonight, it'll be Alex Verdugo red hot at the top of the order. Justin Turner in the 2 spot. He's at first base tonight. Rob Refsnyder's in left. Once again, batting third. Rafi is in the 4th spot, followed by Kike. Masa Yoshida, the DH. Christian Arroyo back in there at second base. It'll be Connor Wong doing the catching, and Yu Chang, the shortstop. Taking on the Brewers starting pitcher, brought to you by PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier. That is the left-hander Wade Miley, 2-1 with a 1.50 ERA. Really throwing the ball well.
And here's the Brewers defense presented by Audi. At third base, Brian Anderson. Over at shortstop, Willie Adames. Second base, Bryce Turang. Over at first base, Rowdy Tellez. Left field, Christian Yelich. Center field, Joey Wiemer. Over in right, Blake Perkins. Behind the dish, catching Miley is William Contreras.
Umpires tonight brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. Doug Eddings has home plate with Barrett, Ramos, and Marquez handling the bases. And we're available. The telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Man, are we happy, and Alex Cora is happy, and everybody is, that the roof is on.
Oh, my goodness.
Because it snowed today.
It was snowing. It was sleeting. It was hailing. It was doing just about everything there about 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Not everybody was prepared. I saw some of the guys getting on a Red Sox bus in the T-shirts today. It caught them by surprise. But we are in Milwaukee, and winter isn't quite done, apparently. But the roof's on. We're ready to go, about 70 degrees indoors. And here comes Miley's first one. A strike from the left-hander, former Red Sox, now 36 years old. He's on his 13th year in the majors.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that. A lot of cutters, a lot of changeups. He's not going to overpower you. He's going to mix and match, throw everything he has in any count. And he's going to live off of aggressive approaches. You got to really be patient and get him up in the zone.
Verdugo, 341 as he gets in. Another big night last night. Stop me when you've heard that before. A 2-run homer and a double. He is cooking.
Yeah, he's had at least one hit in 16 of his 20 games this year.
Red Sox currently tied with Texas for the #2 spot in the majors in runs scored, behind only Tampa Bay. A gentle flare. Adames going out and runs it down. Fought it a little bit. And he hauls it in for out #1. Well, Miley out of Hammond, Louisiana, broke in with Arizona way back in 2011. He's been at it a long time. Won 16 games for them in 2012. It's been 8 years since he pitched for the Red Sox. Way back in 2015. Justin Turner, 260 with a home run.
Miley off to a good start too. A 1.5 ERA. Man, just giving up 3 runs in 18 innings.
No miss inside. Rob Refsnyder on deck. And with the Red Sox in 2015, that ball club finished last in the American League East. Miley was actually the winningest pitcher on that club. He won 11 games. And a 1-2. This is a guy that never needed a pitch clock.
No. He's going to get the ball and go. He's not going to shake. Doesn't matter what fingers you put down. He's throwing it. Or buttons you push. No, not many more fingers anymore. Now it's what button you push. Speaking of fingers, Rob.
Great mustache. Great pitcher. Driven out to center field. Wiemer's racing back to the track, and he's got it. Boy, that one took off. Turner had to kind of get down and get it. He actually drove it pretty well. 2 down. Sends up Rob Refsnyder. Rob, one of the stars of last night's Red Sox win, came off the bench. You're talking about pressing the right buttons. I think Alex Cora continues to do that with his pinch hitters remarkably well. Happened again last night. He delivered an RBI hit when they brought on a left-hander. Red Sox made them pay for a couple of walks in the 6th inning. It was the key to the game.
It really was. And I rewatched that at bat. The swing he took on that pitch that he hit the right field was just unreal. He refused to roll his wrist over, roll it over. He knew he was going to get something soft and was able to stay through it. Just a professional at bat.
He had a big walk. So did Kike Hernandez. Tristan Casas did. Here's the 2-0, and that's fouled away. And Rev Snyder had the knock. Duran had one too. Red Sox would wind up winning the game 5-3. Kenley locking it down. Red Sox pen continues to be exceptionally good. Miley goes to 3-1 on Rev Snyder. Devers next, and he's going to bat in the inning. That'll be ball 4. Raffy coming up.
Miley wanted nothing to do with Rob Rev Snyder right there. The way he's been swinging the bat against left-handers, not only this year, but just in his career, he's known to smack lefties around.
We gave it a number last night. Rev Snyder, since the beginning of last year, batting .340 off lefties. Devers had a quiet night. He was 0 for 5. Still with the 7 home runs. He's driven in 18, hitting .253.
This type of pitcher that Miley is, Rafi needs to think about that big left center gap out there. He's not going to beat you with velocity. He's going to be a lot of cutter, a lot of off speed. Just stay through it.
Miley had only the 1 year in Boston. Then he went on to Seattle, Baltimore, Milwaukee, Houston, Cincinnati, the Cubs, Milwaukee again. He has been around. And we'll miss there.
I always think it's interesting when guys come back to a team, because at some point they didn't want you anymore. They either trade you or DFA you, whatever it is, and then they're like, you know what, you look good again. Let's come on back.
Yeah, for whatever reason you fit now. Not when we let you run someplace else.
I feel like you're so comfortable. Normally you go to a new team, you have to learn everyone's name, where to go, where to park, and you already know. I feel like it'd just be a really comfortable situation.
Starts with knowing the clubhouse guy. You know him, you're usually in very good shape if that job doesn't change. 2-1, little ground ball foul. Miley has actually had some excellent years since leaving the Red Sox. Been 14-6 with a .398 for Houston, 12-7 for the Reds. There's a drive out toward left center field. Yelich on the move. He's not going to get this one. It's up into the wall. Rev Snyder quickly into third, and Raphael is into second. It's like he had you plugged in. Take aim at left center field. It was wide open out there.
He's got his earpiece in. I said, hey, Rafi, hey, you heard me. Stay to left center. He can't beat you with velocity. Don't be scared to let it get deep. That's exactly what he did.
Second and third with 2 down.
Just gets a fastball middle away, belt high right here. Doesn't try to do too much, just line drive mentality to the gap. Rob couldn't quite get around quick enough. He hit it too hard. He got to the wall too quick.
So opportunity knocking right away for the Sox. Here's Kike. .233 with 3 home runs, but another hit last night. He's hit safely in 8 straight. He had a double.
I like this matchup for Kike. Miley likes to pitch in with that cutter to righties. And that was it. Missed it.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 out. First inning. Kike trying to pick him up. He'll take a ball. Thing about Miley, he's going to be around the plate.
He's been throwing pitches with 13 seconds left on the clock too. He is flying.
Yeah, no shock there with him. Two. Miley fires, and a little tapper up the middle. Turang will throw off balance and get him. Red Sox had a chance there, cannot score, and they will strand 2. Christian Yelich at the top. Winker, Adames, and Tellez. Contreras is catching with Anderson at third. Turang at second base. Weimer will play center field and Perkins in right. Taking on the Red Sox starting pitcher, brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. Garrett Whitlock, 1-1, .450 ERA, The win over the Angels last time out, a career best 7 innings. He was on.
He was on because that fastball was on.
Starts Yelich for strike one. 235, 3 home runs for the former most valuable player. He was 1 for 4 last night, and the Sox win.
Don't be surprised to see a lot of sliders today from Whitlock. The Brewers just batting just 130 against right-handed sliders this year.
Rattle up the middle. Chang up and over, and 1 away.
Take a look at the Sox on defense. Over at third base, Rafi Devers. Shortstop, Yu Chang. Second base, Christian Arroyo. At first base, Justin Turner. Out in left field, Rob Refsnyder. Center field, Kike Hernandez. Right field, Alex Verdugo. Behind the dish, Connor Wong.
Alex Gordon's ball club 11-10 right now. Last year they were 10-19 after their first 19 games. The Red Sox have already won more games than they had after 19 last year. Should say after 29 last year. Last night Red Sox led 2-0, fell behind 3-2 in the 4th, and then scored 3 runs to win it 5-3. Ground ball by Winker. That'll be handled there by Turner. 2 up and 2 down. And sends up Willie Adames. Whitlock really superb in his last outing against the Angels. 7 innings, 3 hits, just 1 run. The game took 1 hour and 57 minutes. His second start of the year. Adames will take one up high for a ball. 253, 4 home runs for the shortstop. And a strike.
Witt's already pitching to the edges. Even that first one was borderline. Could have been called a strike right at the top of the zone. That one painted away. Want to stay out of the middle to Adames.
Going to rip that one into left field. It's down for a base hit. Guy shows really good power. 31 home runs a year ago, and he's on with a knock here. So they have their first base runner. Rowdy Tellez next.
Yeah, this wasn't even a bad pitch. Slider on the outer third. That's just a good piece of hitting by Adames. That wasn't in the middle of the plate. He's reached out and got it.
Tellez with another home run against the Red Sox last night. He's hit 13 of them in 36 games against Boston. I thought it was your turn to go down and ask him what the problem is when facing the Red Sox. Is it personal? What happened along the way? High fly, left field. Refsnyder on the run, reaching up, and Rob able to get to it in the corner. Made a nice play for out number 3. Top half of the second inning. Red Sox coming up here against Miley. Yoshida will lead it off. DH tonight, batting out of the 6th spot at 193. He did tattoo a double last night in the 7th inning. It was an RBI. Made it 5-3. It was an important run.
Yeah, I feel like he's right there, like about to break out of this thing. Thursday, couple knocks, couple hard hit balls at Fenway, then double last night.
Softly hit. Going to be a tough play for Anderson. He'll stick in his back pocket. Massa will take that. He's got himself an infield hit. Barely making contact, but it's a single.
Yeah, you'll take them any way you can get them, even if it's a little cue shot off the end of the bat. He was fooled here on the breaker. Hits it off the end, but he's moving down the line. That tells me that hamstring is starting to feel a lot better. Sometimes those are the knocks that just get you out of it. He's been hitting the ball hard, but those are the ones you're like, all right, I'm living right.
Oh, he's going to be picked off by a lot. Miley very cagey with the move anyway. You've got to be aware of that. And Yoshida cut down, and no debate at all. It was by a mile. batter. Take a look.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking at home. He just fooled Yoshida there. He started taking his steps a second and looking towards home.
Swinging a high fly to right center field. Pretty well struck. Weimer on the run. He's got it. Arroyo sent that one for a decent ride, but he's out. Just like that, 2 gone. I'm sure the message was passed along, and Yoshida was very aware that Miley has an excellent move. He always has.
He always has. That's right. In those advanced meetings you have every day, that's got to be relayed to him. And I'm sure it was. They're really thorough when it comes to the details of base running, and that's one thing. If he has a good pickoff, you're going to know it.
Connor Wong, 175 without a home run yet. 2 down in the inning. Miley's had a solid career. Record of 101 and 95. He has made an all-star team too. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's all for the Sox in the second.
Welcome back here to America's Dairyland. Still scoreless between the Red Sox and Brewers. Guys, last night Nick Pivetta threw 17 first pitch strikes to the 24 batters that he faced. And I asked Connor Wong about this, establishing that first pitch strike, and he said that's the theme. That's something that they're trying to do, keep hitters off balance. He said it's helping them get ahead of batters, put them in advantageous counts, and keep them off balance. He said we all know that's the mandate from the Red Sox pitchers from last season. You got to throw those strikes.
Okay, Jemai, thank you very much. Jemai not only informs, but he educates. America's Dairyland. Exactly where we are. Here in Milwaukee.
Some cold milk today.
Darn right, brother. What was the high today? About 44?
Maybe. Maybe.
Not when it was snowing. Contreras lays off. My goodness, Tampa Bay. They did it again today. Randy Arozarena ran a homer. They set a major league record going deep in 21 games to begin the season. Then he hit a 10th inning single to give them a walk-off win over Chicago, over the White Sox, 4-3. They're 18-3. Poked down the right field line. A slice away from Verdugo off into the corner. Off the bat of Contreras. And into second base standing up. He'll have himself a double to lead off second inning.
A good piece of hitting by Contreras here. Gets a 3-2 fastball. Catches a lot more plate than Whitlock wanted here. We're trying to go away with it. Ends up coming back middle. That's where he gets in trouble. When he's not elevating that heater to the top of the zone, it tends to run back more the further down in the zone it is. He gets into trouble with that.
Their second hit. Here's Anderson. Third baseman, former Marlin, with some power. 20 home runs for them in 2019. Tampa Bay, by the way, now 12-0 at the Trop to start the season. So you keep waiting for them to start to cool off. It's not happening yet.
Even if they take a couple steps back, they're still going to be a really good team. The way they're pitching, I'm more impressed with the way they've been swinging the bats consistently every single night.
All these home runs.
Who saw that coming?
Back-to-back games, they walk it off at home against the White Sox.
And Dylan Cease today for the White Sox. Cy Young candidate. Good stuff.
Sure.
Didn't matter.
Not in the end, it didn't. 2 strikes on Anderson. Stays alive. A little foul ball. Good crowd here tonight. Had about 25,000 last night. Going to top that tonight inside American Family Field.
A lot of Red Sox jerseys, though. The Sox bring them out in every city.
Yeah, there are. 1 and 2 on Anderson. Saw a couple of older ones too, like Carly Yastrzemski, Rico Petrocelli. Check swing down and in. And Anderson.
Last night, a couple rows over, there were 2 Brewers jerseys, Middlebrooks and Bradley Jr. right next to each other, but they were Brewers jerseys.
Yes. Got a chuckle out of that. Another one into right, closing near the line. Verdugo, and that's going to drop down and take a bounce off into the stands for 2 bases. That means the run will come in to score. And it is 1-0 Milwaukee. Kind of taking aim at right field in this inning.
Man, Witt made a really good pitch here, and Anderson just threw the bat out there. I mean, this is a changeup. It's below the zone, perfectly located, and just throws the bat at it. Throws the bat at it. Not only does it not hang up long enough for Verdugo to get there, it stays fair, and then bounces into the stands for the ground rule double.
Here's the rookie Bryce Terang. It's that sharply, flagged down by Arroyo, up and gunning, and gets him. Nice play there. Runner safely down to third, 1 away. So 1-0 the Brewers as they strike here in the second. And we'll send up Joey Wiemer playing center field. 207, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in for Wiemer. Infield in for the Sox.
Infield in here, so that's going to tell me Whitlock probably doesn't want to go to that fastball top of the zone unless it's with 2 strikes and he can really elevate it. You don't want a fly ball here. You want something on the ground. So change up down, sinker down, slider down, get that ground ball.
Ooh, he had an ocean, and he did go.
I don't know about that one. I mean, that didn't look like a swing to me, RB. I'll take it.
You and about 20,000 umpires. Doug Eddings thought he did swing the bat. And Craig Counsell has a pretty good point. How about checking with...
Just ask, right?
Yeah.
Just ask him.
Checking with the first base umpire. Eddings didn't do that.
Doug, Eddings has been... He's had a big zone tonight, too, so far. He's been calling some balls off that plate away from right. He's known to have a pretty big zone on that side of the plate. Let's take a peek here and see. Oh, my goodness.
Not even close, really.
Check him. Check him again.
Pretty good on that one. 2-1. Anderson, the base runner at third. Only 1 away. Ground ball trying to send a runner. Up and gunning. Chang going to be out at home. Well, you have to execute that perfectly. Red Sox did. On contact, Anderson is dead at home.
Love that approach by Whitlock there. Lots of stuff. Slider away, slider away. He gets him to chase, and then he goes in on him. He's not expecting the ball in. Gets in off the label. Kike's there waiting there. Fires a strike to Wong for the out. Nice baseball play there. Excuse me. Chang.
Blake Perkins, 26-year-old switch hitting rookie. 2 out, a run in. Inning beginning with back-to-back doubles. Red Sox do erase 1 man at the plate. Broken back ground ball. Arroyo at first. It's the out there, but they also get a run across, and it's 1-0 Milwaukee. Top of the third inning coming your way. Red Sox will have 9-1-2 up against Wade Miley. That means Yu Chang playing shortstop tonight. And then Alex Verdugo and Justin Turner. It's the quick tossing lefty. Manager Derek Shelton of the Pittsburgh Pirates. They extended his contract yesterday after their 14-7 start. Best start for that organization since 1992.
That's all it took, huh? 20 games. Hey, we'll extend you. Good start.
Ben Cherington, the GM, said, "I'm very excited to have a chance to continue to work with him. I really believe he's the right person for the job." And included a sweep, of course, over the Red Sox, rather stunningly. That's going to be in there for strike 3. Yu Chang will take a seat. Caught looking.
Join the Sox on the road at some of MLB's most iconic ballparks, or come to Boston for a bucket list series at Fenway Park. For more information, go to redsox.com/destinations.
Alex 0 for 1. He's popped up to short. Talk about his 2-run homer last night in the double. He was one of the stars of the game. He was interviewed by our Jemai Webster afterwards. It all went really well. No issues at all. And he said later, hey, I'm getting better.
I'm getting better at this. I mean, the maturation process with him over the past year, he's just a completely different, not just player, but human being, it seems like. Really growing up and turning into a leader in that clubhouse.
He has been a blast to watch this season. I mean, since he got to Boston, I think, but he's just been terrific this year. Swings like this, a liner into right. Oh, Perkins fooled a little bit. That took off. He had to make a last-second adjustment. You start with that. He's got a beautiful swing.
Oh, he's got one of the prettiest swings in all of baseball, but now it's coming together, and he's not swinging and missing. His K rate's down to 11% from 13.5 last year. But he's making a lot of loud contact, too. That ball is smoked. It almost carried over him for a triple.
Yeah, even the outs are loud. Goes to Turner. 0 for 1 to fly to center. Red Sox trailing here 1-0 early. A high twisting fly ball center field. Weimer again. And that's all. 1, 2, 3. Having a headset downstairs, Josh Witkowski, who has just been, as Will said in the pregame today, the real unsung hero of the Boston Red Sox this year. Josh, you've just been terrific last night. Another multi-inning performance and a huge outing for you. And I asked you before you came out, do you realize you've thrown more relief innings than anybody in baseball to this point? And you were a little surprised by that, but I think you might have had some idea because it's your arm.
Yeah, I had an idea that it was probably decently up there, but to be at number 1, I was a little bit surprised. But honestly, arm still feels pretty good so far, so more than welcome to do it.
Hey, Wink, I want to hear about your cutter. All right, that's been a pitch that's been big for you this year. It's been a pitch that you're using a lot more this year. Obviously, your sinker and your slider are a big part of what you do, but how important is that cutter?
I think it's huge. It was kind of something I picked up in the middle of last year-ish area, and obviously worked on it during the pens and whatnot, but having a full off-season with it has done a lot. Confidence with it and over the consistency of it. Obviously, trust the sinker a ton, but with lefties, obviously, most lefties just do a really, really good job of just shooting it the other way, so the cutter kind of gives me something to get in there and stand them up, and then I'll try to front hit the sinker after that. So it's been huge, and then recently I've kind of gotten better at making it a little bit bigger to righties, so kind of can give them a sinker or a cutter or a slider and give them a couple different looks. So I think that pitch has been probably the biggest change to this year.
Yeah, they're trying with a base hit. Winker going down the line into the corner, but that's going to be a foul ball. Just outside the chalk line. Couldn't help but notice, and you're a guy who pitched with emotion, and there was something extra there when you punctuated your outing last night with that strikeout of Anderson. You were fired up on that.
Yeah, probably a little bit more than even I would have liked. Kind of the first yell I was like pretty okay with. The second yell probably got a little away from me, but it's all part of it. I think honestly it was punch out was on a 4-seam, and I kind of consider that like my 5th worst pitch out of the 5. So always enjoy punch outs with a 4-seam a little bit more.
Yeah,
so
I can see why you'd be extra pumped on that.
Yeah.
So, Wink, I want you to look up to your left above the slide up there. You see Raleigh Fingers, that number 34 that's retired. All right, you got a pretty nasty mustache right now. And I think tomorrow, since we're here, this is the last day we're here this year, I want a little gel on the end of the mustache and maybe roll it up in honor of Raleigh Fingers.
Yeah, honestly, during spring training, I kind of had that going. If my headshot for the year has that. It's hard to maintain because anytime I'm out there pitching or throwing anything, I sweat and then I kind of just gets in my mouth. But during spring training, I kind of had the sides going out longer. Might have to bring it back.
Right.
Bernie Brewer could be like a distant cousin.
Yeah,
I see it.
Devers drifting back right on top of the foul line in foul ground to make that catch, and that'll bring up Adames. This has to be a whole lot of fun for you, Josh. I know that the way the bullpen has come together has been a big story for the Red Sox, and obviously with the season that Kenley is off to, but you two guys and Schreiber and everybody else are really proving to be a backbone for this Red Sox team.
Yeah, I think there's a ton of potential down there. We all lean on each other. Kind of one of our messages is everybody just do their job and pick each other up. And I think a lot of the days we've done that, picking up starters, and then as of late they've put in some really good ones. Nick, Tanner, Witt, last time out, whatnot. Yeah, Kenley's been lights out. I mean, obviously he's done his thing for a long time, but I don't know what he did in the offseason. There seems to be a little extra gear there.
Oh yeah.
That Angels outing, I think every pitch was 96, and the ball was like cutting a ton. I remember watching inside on a TV and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's just, like I said, we just talk about doing our job and everybody doing their part. I think that's where it all starts with.
Yeah, there's a lot of vets on this team that you can learn from. Give me something that Kenley has taught you. You know, he's almost got 400 saves. There's only a handful of guys in the game that can say that they've done that. So what's something you picked up from Kenley along the way?
Kind of just his routine and whatnot. I mean, he is very consistent with what he does. You can kind of see around the 6th or 7th inning area. He kind of gets the ball rolling and then gets locked in from there. So just kind of how he goes about his business is something I've definitely taken note of and learning from.
All right, one final thing. If there's any way you can get your grandparents to come to more games, man. Your grandparents are such amazing people. We had them on the air the other day, and we all fell in love with them. We weren't alone, but they're amazing.
Yeah, they're the best. Spent a lot of time growing up with them, living at their house and whatnot. So definitely a little bit more than just normal grandparents for me. And yeah, Grandpa's the best, and Grandma's obviously super special in her own way.
Yes. Well done there. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Continued success to you, Josh, and it's been a real thrill watching your progress as a Red Sox pitcher in whatever role you've been in. You've just been dynamite. Thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Wayne.
Josh Winkowski, who has been indeed dynamite, 16 2/3 innings out of the bullpen to lead the big leagues in that category. He's been a rock. And was again last night. Big reason the Red Sox won that game. Rowdy Tellez will foul that one back. He's 0 for 1 with a fly to left. You think you've talked him into a little extra Raleigh fingers on a mustache?
He seemed to, yeah, maybe that thought was already there. I don't know. He was quick to say, yeah, I've done that before. So hopefully he'll see if he'll do it tomorrow.
Well, that's his picture in the media guide. And there's Bernie. You drew the comparison, so I don't know.
Uncle Bernie.
Uncle Bernie. Bernie going down that slide on a regular basis, but not so far since the Red Sox have been in town. But this is a guy who can send him on his way. Got to be careful here. 1-2. And a dive back by Yelich. 1-0 Milwaukee.
Saw that drawn up pickoff play. A lot of teams are doing that now, where the pitcher's not looking over there and the catcher will drop his glove and he'll fire it over there. It's a timing play.
Foul. Tellez with 6 home runs on the season, 15 runs batted in. He's up to a very nice start. Runner goes. Here's the throw down. The tag, safe. Got a good jump. Safely down to second. Yelich in the scoring position.
Garrett doesn't pick off a whole lot, and he definitely doesn't double up back and pick off 2 times in a row. Brewers knew that, I'm guessing. That's why Yelich got such a good jump right there.
2-2. Sox are here tomorrow afternoon for one final game against the Brew Crew. That'll be Brian Bayo against Corbin Burns. And the Red Sox get out of town and head for Baltimore for 3. Red Sox in the midst of playing 19 games in 19 days, so no rest. Longest such streak of the year.
What is it, 5 off days in May?
5 coming up in May,
yeah.
correct.
If you're playing a long stretch, you want it to be in April, not June or July.
3-2 hammered. That one deep to right center. Kike back turning, and that man has done it again. Rowdy Tellez. It's unbelievable. He just keeps punishing the Red Sox for something we'd love to know the answer to. 14 home runs in 37 games against Boston. And they grab a 3-0 lead.
I'm out of words for this. I mean, this is, he saw everything except for one pitch in this at bat away from him. Got a change up out over the plate right here that he stays on just long enough to, I mean, get every bit of it there. That's a big, strong man right there.
That's really getting old for the Red Sox, I'll tell you that. 3-0. Rowdy strikes again. I mean, he's a good hitter, and he can do damage against a lot of people, but against the Red Sox, it's something different.
Yeah, just extra locked in for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Doesn't seem to matter which uniform he wears. Contreras up the middle. Chang will flip on to get him. That retires the side, but Rowdy does it once again. It's 3-0 Milwaukee. That man swinging against the Red Sox, but Rowdy Tellez goes yard again for the 14th time in 37 games. He's driven in 29 runs, be it a Toronto Blue Jay uniform or a Milwaukee Brewer uniform.
Time to make him a little uncomfortable. Maybe go in there, go inside, pitch inside, make them uncomfortable. And we don't see a lot of that in today's game, but
Ref Snyder knocks that one foul. Rob drew a walk in the first inning. Red Sox trail 3-0, 4th inning. Then it's Rafael Devers and Kike Hernandez. Red Sox with just a couple of hits so far against Wade Miley, who tossed a no-hitter as the Cincinnati Red in 2021 against Cleveland. .6'1", 220. And downstairs for a ball. That'll run it full. He's not giving Rob Refsnyder a whole lot to look at.
His favorite pitch to go to is a cutter, especially in these 3-2 counts. But I would not be surprised to see him go to a changeup just because of Rob's success against left-handed pitching.
High chop on the infield. Anderson will bend to get him one away.
Fenway Card Show is back on May 20th and 21st, featuring over 100 multi-sport collectibles and memorabilia collectors, dealers, exhibitors, and more. Get your tickets at redsox.com/Fenway Card Show.
Raffy doubled first time up as he knocked one to left center to the wall. One of 2 Red Sox hits thus far as he looks at a strike. He snapped a little low for 7 with that hit. That's a mile-high pop into center field. Weimer has all night to get under. 2 down. Miley, when he's rolling, gets a lot of quick outs, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's in the zone, but it's nothing straight. It's either got run or cut or deceptive with the change in speed. He gets a lot of weak contact in the zone. Won't be a lot of swing and miss, but he wants that weak contact.
And so far, just a couple of strikeouts. His Kike's 0 for 1. Trying to run his inning streak to 9 straight. Hitting .378 in his last 10. Back in center field tonight. And 2-1. If he gets on, Yoshida will be next. would imagine they have about 30,000 in the house tonight. Nice to get indoors. That one to the third baseman Anderson to his left, and that is all. The Red Sox go in order. We take a look at FanDuel's updated live run total. Pre-game it was 8.5. Right now 3-0 Milwaukee. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Brian Anderson already has a run-scoring double. As he will lead it off here against Garrett Whitlock.
Still got that smoky kind of fog look from the fireworks earlier.
Yeah, after the home run, it hangs for many innings.
Yeah, it stayed up high yesterday. Now it's down low on the. It looks like it's on field level. Look at that.
Bryce Terang on deck. It's really settled. The 3-0. And he walked him on 4 straight. He's not as sharp tonight as he was against the Angels. Although that is his first walk. So far he's allowed 5 hits, including the home run by Tellez. Bryce Terang grounded out first time up to the second baseman. And indicates a bunt and looks at a strike. Charging it from third was Devers. Well, Red Sox have come from behind in 8 of their 11 wins. That's actually the most in the majors. Gonna have to do it again tonight. 2 strikes on the hitter.
Yeah, they've done it a lot this year. I put nothing past this offense to have a couple big innings.
Runner holding. And a swing and a miss. Actually foul tip to the mitten and held by Wong and got him. He struck him out. So 1 gone.
Yeah, perfect pitch down and away right there. I mean, that's exactly where you want it. Pitch to those edges.
Weaver 0 for 1. Game 1 in Baltimore will be Chris Sale. A little bit of an earlier start. The 2 night games there Monday and Tuesday are 6:35. He went for it. Went for the downs on that sinking fastball.
Should have hit one to Bernie. My goodness. Did not get you.
Wanted a piece of Bernie's chalet. Strike 2. What do you think the decor is like inside Bernie's chalet?
Going like man cave vibe, like 4 TVs, different games on.
Got a big screen on every wall. Wrapped to third. Devers up and over to second. 1 on to first. And in time for the double play. You're incorrect, Bernie. That's a double play. The side is retired. And there will be no challenge breaking Bernie's heart. Going against Miley here. On to the 5th inning. 3-0 Milwaukee. Will Middlebrook, Stable Bryan, Jemai Webster from American Family Field, formerly Miller Park. Yoshida to lead it off here as an infield single. And he was picked off first base by Miley. Yoshida came in batting under 200. His last 3 years with Oryx in Japan, he hit 350, 339, 335. Miley thought he had a strike. Arroyo on deck. And he hangs in there.
You know, part of the reason that Moss has been having some issues over the last 10-12 days, he's just been getting too big up there. And a bat against Miley like this, you have to shorten up. That goes for this whole lineup. Miley's a guy who is going to feast off of a lineup that's over aggressive and taking big swings, because that's going to induce more weak contact. You got to shorten up and just think line drives against him.
2-2. Rolled again softly along the line. Miley's going to let it roll, and it does go foul. He's already had an infield hit. I don't think you deserve 2 of those, do you?
I'd say it all evens out, OB, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. So take them however you can get them.
Like Massa was wearing a big grin there. Like, did I just do that again?
This one just had a little bit too much spin on it. Catches that cut of grass and just shoots foul.
That's in there for strike 3. Pin that one on the edge of the plate. 1 away.
I had that a little off the plate away, but maybe a little bit of a makeup call. He missed one earlier, 0-2 in the count. Doug Addick's been a little inconsistent back there, but you got to be ready with 2 strikes to at least foul that off.
1 down for Arroyo, who's 0 for 1 with a fly to center. Red Sox would like to see Christian be a little bit more patient up there, maybe swing a little less. Only 2 walks so far this season. As he looks at a strike. 1-1. Connor Wong on deck. Ground ball. That one right by Tellez. Did not make the play. Hard hit by Arroyo, and he's on.
Very, very promising at bat from Christian Arroyo right there. He took 2 pitches down in the zone. One of them was a strike, but it wasn't a good pitch to hit. And then he realized, you know what, I'm going to stay on this. I'm going to shoot something the other way, shorten up like we were just talking about, hits that changeup the other way, and put some good bat on that.
So Christian 1 for 2. Connor Wong struck out in the second. 0 for 1. Red Sox with a victory last night, taking game 1 5-3. They do coming in here. They're going to see a lot of good pitching. Contreras lost it for a moment, not long enough. Arroyo hangs on to the bag. 2-0. We'll see another good one tomorrow in Burns. Bayo looking for a turnaround after being rocked in his first start. Three 0 on Connor Wong. The youngster ready to go tomorrow. Take it all the way. A strike. Chang on deck. Wade Miley with a 3-1. Swinging a high fly ball into left, but a routine play for Yelich. And 2-1.
The Bruins are in the playoffs, and the quest for the cup is on. First round playoff coverage continues tomorrow at 2 on NESN as the Bruins face off against the Panthers in game 4. Quest for the cup is powered by Xfinity.
Still have your bee sweater?
Believe it. It'll be back on tomorrow. Don't you worry, OB.
I'm not worried at all. You brought it to use it right after the Bees won the game. Get back on top in the series. You pop that on.
I got to get a Celtics jersey too. They have those new ones this year, those dark green ones.
Those
are sweet.
Love those. 1-0 pitch. That one is hammered by Chang. That is deep. Back it goes, and it's gone. Up into that second deck. He turned on that and hit a rocket. His 3rd home run. Red Sox getting on the board with a bullet by Yu Chang. A 3-2 game.
Huge swing right here. Little cutter in. Yeah, cutter out. That's crushed. Great swing. It seems like all he does right now is hit homers, and big ones at that. Had that second child not long ago. That dad strength he just doubled up on. That ball's hammered. Bernie flinched at that one. My goodness.
Well, it had a great sound to it. A Red Sox home run brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England Audi dealer today. Yu Chang with the blast, number 3. So 1-run game, and Chris Hook, pitching coach. What a name, by the way, for a pitching coach. Chris Hook out to the mound. Will be the top of the order, and Verdugo. Red Sox trying to keep it rolling. Finally getting to Miley in the 5th.
Just kind of got to wait him out. You have to be patient. He'll normally throw you one pitch in at bat that you can hit and hit hard.
Doogie tonight has popped up and lined out. Hit the ball hard last time. On a shot to right field caught by Perkins. And for a strike. So Red Sox battling their way back here in Milwaukee. Bounced up there to make it 2-1.
That's something I really love about this team, OB, is just that fight. They're never too far out of it, it feels. That started the second game of the season against Baltimore. Down 7-1, come back and win. And that's just kind of been their mentality since day one.
Now Verdugo going to try to walk that off on a foul off himself. Says he's okay. Told Alex Court immediately, I'm okay. The Red Sox coming from behind in 8 of their 11 wins. That leads the major leagues. They've trailed by multiple runs in 5 of their 7 comeback wins, including down 4 against the Angels and 6 runs against Baltimore.
You know what? We wear those shields and we just always miss them. Wherever you put it, the ball's not going to hit there.
By like a quarter of an inch.
It just
right?
always misses it.
Full count. Into center field, pretty well hit. Reamer's back, he's at the wall, leaping, and he comes down with it. He made an outstanding catch. He robbed Verdugo. Timed it beautifully. Red Sox swinging the bats in this inning.
This ball was crushed. What a play. Verdugo has just clobbered a ball. This thing had 82% hit probability. 18% not enough, but that's just a great play out there in center field. I thought he timed his jump a little early, but he just floated. Had enough space. Had a great play.
Robs him with an extra base hit. Here's a single in the right field by Perkins to begin the bottom of the 5th inning for Milwaukee as they lead it 3-2. And a leadoff man on in front of Yelich. That's his first career hit. The rookie switch hitter. Baseball coming back in. He'll get a great hand here. Blake Perkins' first major league hit. And their 6th hit against Whitlock, who allowed only 3 over 7 innings in his last outing against the Angels.
You can see some movement here from Perkins at first base. Got a nice sized lead.
Will hold on the ball. Yelich has one of those hits, an infield single, then stole second base and scored a run in the 3rd inning. 3-2 Milwaukee. They'll float that one foul. This is one of the handful of ballparks that decided to extend beer sales longer beyond the 7th inning through the end of the 8th inning because of the speed of the game.
I was going to say, because of that pitching staff they have. They're just flying through games.
And if you're going to do that anywhere, you're going to do it in Milwaukee.
Brew crew, right?
I think it's the beginning, in all seriousness, I think of a trend. I think a lot of clubs are going to do that in the coming months to help out the vendors. Runner goes, and again fouled away. Probably would have had that stolen.
Yeah, got a very good jump over there. You can tell in young players sometimes they start getting their leads and they get a little antsy. They're kind of like flinching towards second. I had a feeling he wanted to go there. First base coach Quentin Berry, who was on that 2013 World Series team in Boston, he really knows his base running.
He could run too.
That was his sole job.
Runner does go. Stroked into center. Deep. Kike back. Can't get it. Takes a hop up against the wall. Perkins into third. Is sending him home, and he is going to score. No throw to the plate. And Milwaukee increases their lead to 4-2. Yelich safely down to second. His second hit. Dave Bush coming out for a conversation with Garrett Whitlock. Again, not as sharp as he was against the Angels.
Yeah, Perkins was on the move here. Looked like Kike started to take maybe a step forward to be able to back up the throw and the steal, and that put him out of position. Maybe just one step enough where he couldn't get to that ball, but either way, that ball's crushed by Yelich. It might have gotten over his head anyways. That ball was smoked.
Corey getting on the horn. Nobody warming up just yet. Winker will climb in. He's gone 0 for 2. And has 7 hits now against Whitlock, and some of them have really been hit. Notably the home run by Tellez. Bly, the lefty, is going to start to warm up. Winker with a ground out and pop up tonight. Can also hit it out of the ballpark, but he hasn't done it yet this season. Popped out one foul over to the dugout. Now, if you missed last night, Nick Pivetta pitched very well, 5 2/3, scattered 7 hits, struck out 7. He got the W. And there is stress on every guy who takes the ball, with a couple of exceptions probably. Say Chris Sale and Bayo are 2 guys who don't have to worry about anything as far as their spot in the rotation. But there's a battle now for rotation spots, and every time you go out there, Garrett Whitlock or whomever, you know that's true.
That's a good point. You know, there's James Paxton looming too. He's got to be pretty close to getting a chance to start a couple games as well.
Sure. Little roller here, foul. Given the success of Tanner Houck in the rotation, that's changed everything.
It has. He's making it tough on him. He'll tell you what you want to hear. You know, I'll pitch wherever they need me to help the team, and I truly do believe that. But everyone wants to be a starter.
2-2 here on Winker. And that one is going to drill him. Got him on the foot. And he's going to take his base, and that'll put runners at first and second. It's been a rough inning for Whitlock. Actually, kind of a rough outing. Adames next.
Yeah, just a slider, tries to go in with it, just yanks it, gets away from him, catches that back foot. That doesn't feel great.
Two on, none out. Getting into the heart of the order now. Here's Adames, a single to fly out tonight. He is an aggressive swinger. Hit 31 home runs last year for the Brewers. He drove in 98.
Yeah, you got to be careful here. Really pitch to the edges. But you can get him above the zone early, and then you can definitely get him to chase down.
Unlike his last outing, talking about Garrett Whitlock, there's been traffic in every inning against the right-hander tonight. Yeah, the 1-1. Strike. Adames so far 4 home runs this year over Tampa Bay Ray. To center field. Kike closing on it. Can't get to it. It drops in for a hit. They will hold the runner at third, and everybody's going to be safe as that one dunks down for a base hit to load them up. And here comes Alex Cora. He has seen enough tonight. The bases are going to be all loaded up here with nobody out in the 5th. And the night is over for Garrett Whitlock. .80 pitches. Blyer ready. Here he comes. And we will take the break as well. And Rowdy Tellez about to swing away again. Shop now, and it could all be free. Visit Jordans.com. And by PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier. Red Sox in trouble. Blyer coming out of the bullpen. He'll inherit a bases loaded situation. Let's toss it down to Jemai Webster.
Thank you very much, Dave. Well, you guys laid out the numbers about how Rowdy Tellez has been just a Red Sox destroyer. I asked Red Sox manager Alex Cora early this afternoon, how do you get this guy out? He said, well, he's just a good hitter. I think he's found his stroke the last few years. He's also executing at the plate, not chasing as much more patient. He said he seems to know what he wants to hit, and it also starts with his plate discipline. So far, the Red Sox have gotten hit by him tonight as well.
Again. That's right. 2-run homer already tonight. Blyer tossed a scoreless 7th and 8th inning on Wednesday against Minnesota. So coming off a good outing and needs to be sharp again. No place to put this guy. Bases loaded, 2 down. I should say nobody out. And a man at every base here for Milwaukee. His career with the bases loaded. He does have 3 grand slams. And the 0-1. High chop to first. Turner going into second. Got an out back to first. And in time to double him up. That does bring in a run. So that'll make it 5-2. So no damage in a big way that time by Tellez, but still winds up getting a run across the plate.
Yeah, that's a win against Rowdy Tellez, the way he's been swinging the bat. Great turn here. The level of difficulty on this play is super high with the pitcher getting over there and having to cover. Well done by the Sox infield.
So a man at third with 2 away as Perkins touched home plate, and that'll bring up Contreras, the catcher. Who so far tonight has doubled and also grounded out to short. Off to a pretty good start with the bat this season at .322. Charged that run to Whitlock as well, so 5 runs against him so far. And a cut and a miss for strike. Well, in the inning, a leadoff hit by Perkins. He would score. Yelich with a double, a hit batsman, a single. Another one sharply hit, snagged by Chang. Nice play. Bounces it over there on purpose and gets the out. So Blyer does a really nice job getting out of that with only the 1-run scoring.
Park. Catch Nesson Clubhouse tomorrow at 12:30 on Nesson Plus. Presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts.
Well, Red Sox work to do here as they trail 5-2. Moving on to the 6th inning, Joel Payamps will come out of their bullpen on in relief of Wade Miley. So both sides going to the pen here in the middle innings. Justin Turner got a hold of a couple, one in the 1st inning and one in the 3rd inning. Deep drives to center, but nothing to show for it. Both of those were caught by Weimer. Also made a spectacular catch out there. The heat turned up quite a bit more with this guy. Throwing in the mid-90s.
Yeah, mainly a 2-pitch guy. You just want to see a lot of fastball slider action.
3-6 with a .323 ERA and 41 relief appearances last year between Kansas City and Oakland. Turner, Ref Snyder, Devers in the 6th. And a little ground ball toward third. It skips foul. Red Sox have been automatic when they have had a lead after 6 as Schreiber gets loose in the bullpen. In fact, they're 8-0 when they had the lead after 6. Need a big comeback to get there tonight, but been clear sailing with that lead after 6 innings because the bullpen's been so good. They 1-2.
Sox have played a lot of close games too. 15 of 21 games been decided by 3 runs or less. Only team with more is Cleveland, 17.
Full count here on Turner. Jared Duran has come to the on deck area. And getting ready to bat for Rob Refsnyder. Good score to get a left-hand hitter up there. 3-2 again. And a line drive base hit. Jumped on that. Good start here in the 6th inning.
Good piece of hitting by JT right here. Sinker slider guy. Can't get too big there. You got to stay up the middle, stay through it. Gets a sinker and just finds all barrel from that angle right there. That's textbook.
So Duran being announced here to hit. And swinging a hot bat coming in. A career high 6-game hitting streak. 8 for 21. A lot of doubles in there. There's 4 doubles in the 6 games. And the go-ahead RBI single in the 6th inning last night to put the Red Sox in front. A game they would win 5-3. Yu Chang with a 2-run homer tonight. Red Sox need some more lightning. Turner on at first. Nobody out. Roll foul.
Back-to-back changeups there to Duran. He only throws those about 10-11% of the time, but if you're going to throw it, it will be to left-handed batters.
Devers next. Rafael Benny 4th tonight. And a 1-2. That'll be another foul. Tomorrow's start time at 2:10 East Coast time. It'll be on Nesson Plus for us. But to hold his swing, he did. Red Sox go on to Baltimore. Another series against the Orioles. First since the opener. The opening series. Bayo on the bump tomorrow here. And a weave and a miss to put him away. On the off-speed pitch, he strikes him out.
Yeah, threw 3 changeups in that at bat, and that was the best one right there with 2 strikes. 89 miles an hour, and the bottom just falls out of it. Good pitch.
Brings up Devers, a double, a fly out, 1 for 2. And his first hit of the series in the opening inning, shot one into the gap in left center. Milwaukee managed by Craig Counsell. He's in his 9th year at the helm here. Counsell was a pretty fair infielder, pretty good hitter in his day. Wears 2 World Championship rings, one with the 1997 Marlins and another one in 01 with Arizona. 97 Marlins, he scored the winning run in Game 7. He's done a really nice job here. 2-1. Contreras wants a word with his pitcher. Five runs on 8 hits for Milwaukee, 2 runs on 5 hits for the Sox. Kike Hernandez would hit next. Turner, not a big lead at first, and not running. On the strike. So Miley went 5, allowing a couple of runs on 4 hits. It's pretty much what he is these days. Pretty much a 5-inning pitcher. 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, I think he did his job today. I mean, lots of weak contact. Obviously gave up the 2-run homer, but I thought he threw the ball really well.
Got a timeout here for Devers. 3-2. The weather's going to stay very cold here in this part of the country again tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the low 40s. That's going to be the high. That's it.
Not in here.
Not inside. Twisting foul as Rafi hangs in. Yeah, we could care less once we get inside the ballpark.
Just getting here. But wherever Castigs takes us to lunch. Fighting off the sleet to get some barbecue today.
It was fun. It was worth it, though.
It was worth it.
Darn good barbecue here in Milwaukee. Runner holding. Swing and a shot. Watch this one go. Goodbye. Home run, Rafi Devers. Number 8. The Red Sox just keep battling back, and they do it again on the strength of Rafael Devers with a shot out of here. Came off the bat at 110 miles an hour, I should say so.
How special is this guy? How lucky are we to get to watch him? Look what that pitch is, OB. That's in his chest. Oh, he flipped him. Oh, he bat flipped him. You know it when it goes deep into the second deck like that. You got it. 110 off the bat. Wow. Wasn't it bat?
416 feet. And a swing and a high pop up by Kike on the infield to be caught by Adames. So 1-run game, 5-4. 2 down. 8 home runs, 20 RBIs already for Devers.
That whole at bat was fun to watch. He took a fastball in early in the at bat. He was clearly sitting on that changeup. He's mad he let it go by, and then the next time he got one, boom.
Yoshida, an infield hit. He's also struck out. Red Sox keep on fighting back and fighting back.
Kind of just seems like it's who they are. Whether it's the veteran leadership in there, Alex Cora, whatever it is, they just don't give up. Love that about them.
Second home run in as many innings. It was Chang in the 5th inning, and now Devers here in the 6th inning. Strike as he checked his swing. 2-2. So flashing some muscle, and it needed to tonight. Pines with a 2-2, and that's going to be hammered into left field. Yelich coming on will dip down to make the catch. But Rafael Devers connects. Man, did he. It is 5-4. Celebrating 100 years of service to New England. And by Berkshire Bank, the official bank of NESN's Boston Red Sox coverage. Red Sox have closed the gap to 1 as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. John Schreiber will take over. The BuyForNow.com call to the bullpen. And it will be up to the pen the rest of the way after Whitlock came out. He was charged with 5. Swing and a liner, center field. Kike's got it measured though. He'll make the catch. Anderson had doubled in a run back in the 2nd inning. Schreiber gave up a couple of runs in the 10th inning Tuesday against Minnesota without allowing a hit. He was also credited with his first victory of the season. Kowski was terrific last night as he again went multiple innings, 2 1/3. Nice turning, 0 for 2. And he'll hammer that one foul back into the net.
Yeah, Schreiber, man, he's just got some filthy stuff. It's an uncomfortable bat for even for lefties, not just righties. It's all about location for him. We haven't seen that 96, 97 that we were seeing a lot of last year, so he needs to locate these pitches, especially 0-2. Go for the chase, break something down below the zone.
Has a career .286 ERA on the road. Attendance tonight here in Milwaukee, 31,965.
You called it. You said just over 30. You got an eye for it, LB.
Good crowd. Come in and get warm. This is the place. Appeal but no swing, says Marquez. 1-2. Schreiber, the 3rd Red Sox hurler tonight. Got him to go, and he put him away. Struck him out, turning down hacking.
That's one of those you're going to go back and go, I'm going to go look at the replay of this because it just disappeared. After a couple fastballs up in the zone, he turns over a changeup. That thing starts outer third and just disappears. That's nasty.
2-away for Weimer, who's gone 0 for 2. He hit into a double play last time. Base is empty. And a strike. This guy's 1 home run on the season. Kind of a worm killer there to Chang, who will get him on a close play. Bang, bang play. That's a 1-2-3 inning.
From the cutter here, Wade Miley just was pitching really well tonight, pitching to the edges, tons of weak contact. Finally a cutter out over the plate. Damage done.
So on to the 7th inning. Tapia to get an at bat here. I'm out for the first time tonight, coming off the bench. Peter Strzelecki is the right-hander on the bump here for Milwaukee. Wrapped to first. Tellez will take it himself, and that's a fast out for the Sox in the 7th as they trail by 1. His numbers, he's been really good over 9 appearances. Another pinch hitter coming up, Reese McGuire to bat for Wong, and will stand a game to catch, obviously. It's an area where the Red Sox have really excelled. Done a lot of pinch hits. Came in 9 out of 21. 9 for 21. 429 batting average in pinch hit situations. That leads the majors.
Ever since Reese came over, just his ability to go foul line to foul line. Wherever you pitch it, he's going to hit it.
Yu Chang on deck. He's blasted a home run. Rafi Devers has blasted a home run. Both of those 2-run shots, that's been the Boston offense so far. No question about either one of them at the crack of the bat. And a 2-2. Hammer to first again. Tellez, Johnny on the spot. 2 up, 2 down.
Tomorrow on the Ultimate Red Sox Show, we hear from members of the 2013 World Series championship team. Catch the Ultimate Red Sox Show tomorrow at 6:30 on NESN Plus, presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Great get together back at Fenway on the homestand. So many guys showed up. Swing by Chang, who hammered that home run last time. He's going to pop this one up into center field, and that is a 1-2-3 inning.
Nurses, and come enjoy a night at Fenway Park. For more info, visit redsox.com/nurse.
Back here in Milwaukee, still 5-4 the Brewers. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Number of changes here. Tapia stays in the game to play left. Duran over in center. Kike Hernandez now moves over to second base, and McGuire is the new catcher with Cutter Crawford, the new pitcher. Cutter entering the game on Monday against the Angels in the 3rd after the rain delay. He inherited a couple of runners with 2 out. He stranded them both and then retired 19 of 21. Needs to hold him right here. Blake Perkins with a base hit and a ground out, 1 for 2. 5-4 Brewers. Passed him there.
Yeah, I've been super impressed with Cutter Crawford. Not only is he just pounding the zone, but he's getting as the chase as well. 96th percentile in chase rate.
Boy, that was quick. That was good morning, good afternoon, good night. Down goes Perkins. Out number 1.
Just pounded the zone up right here. 2 pitches. First went up and in, and then that one up middle away, just above the barrel.
Yelich has had a good night with a single, a double, an RBI, and a stolen base.
He needs a big bounce back year. Been a while.
Well, it wasn't that long ago he was a great player. Of course, he was the MVP of the National League. Popped up for Devers near the dugout. Makes the play. 2 away. But for whatever reason, he kind of fell off the planet. Injuries were part of it, but that does not explain everything with him. Underperformance has been, for him, pretty astonishing.
It has. You look at his swing. It's pretty much the same swing, and you wonder, did the league just adjust to him? And has he not made the adjustment back?
Winker swings at the first pitch. Little pop up again. Rafael Devers to the outfield grass, and they go fast.
Charlie Moore Outdoors tonight at 11 on NESN. Back here in Milwaukee, Brewers up 5-4 here in the 8th. You guys were talking about Alex Verdugo not being hot, just consistent, hitting over 300 when leading off an inning. I asked him about that. He said, I feel good, though he's still searching for his first hit tonight. He says he's not trying to force results or make big swings. He's trying to force pitchers to stay inside the zone and challenge him there. He said this offseason he did a lot of work with his body, too, followed the Red Sox program to a T, and got away from trying to bulk up and do the heavyweight stuff, guys.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He's not up there just trying to pull, launch, hit homers. He's using the whole field. You can see a clear approach. You can almost figure out exactly what he's looking for just by watching his at-bat.
Driven again to center field. Weaver's backing up and lunges up and makes the catch. Boy, that's the 2nd time tonight that Verdugo's hit one on the button at that guy, and he's made the play.
Yeah, and he also crushed one to right earlier, too. I mean, that's 3 balls that are hit on the screws and crushed. He gets a 2-strike pitch over the plate, doesn't miss it. Weimer just, man, don't stop hitting it at that guy. It's like, come on, man. What did I do to you?
He's actually had 3 excellent at-bats tonight without a hit to show for it. You know you're going great when that happens.
That's baseball. That is just baseball for you. You can get blown up and break your bat 4 times and get 4 hits, or you can hit it on the screws and have nothing.
Nothing. Turner 1 for 3 with a single. He's got a big smile on his face, like, you know, I hit all of those really well. He happened to make 2 fine catches. Made a great catch first. That one's driven deep down the left field line. Yellock's turning. That ball's going to be off the wall. Heading into second. Here's the throw. He's going to slide in. Safe. He got in there. Turner's going to be safe. Looked like the throw got there first, but he got in anyway. And the Red Sox have a man in scoring position. How did he get in there?
Oh my goodness, I have no idea. I thought he was dead to rights. I mean, this ball is crushed. I thought I had a chance to get out. You kind of lose it in that video board and left. See if he sneaks that foot in there. That's close. I don't know if that's definitive or able to overturn that.
Well, they're not.
His other angle shows.
They're not going to challenge it.
Yeah, he got it in there then.
He's in there, and I caught Counsell over on his dugout, you know, giving the safe sign, like, I'm not going to challenge that. He got in there.
Yeah, that was a good angle right there. He definitely got it in there. The tag was up by his knee. Had it been closer to the bag, he could have gotten him.
Well, Red Sox have a man in scoring position. We'll take the break as they make a pitching change.
Home Services. We'll preview the pitching matchup between Brian Bayo and Corbin Burns.
Well, the Red Sox are in business. Barely. Justin Turner with a double off the wall. On a close play at second, he gets the foot in before the tag. So said Charlie Ramos, the umpire, and they're going to go to Hobie Milner here as he comes out of their bullpen. He pitched last night, gave up a couple of hits in 1 inning of work. And we'll take on Duran.
Duran got to face Milner last night, so Milner is pretty much their lefty specialist, we'll call it that. And Duran saw him well last night. He smoked a single off of him.
Man at second, 1 down. Red Sox with a tying run in scoring position. Look at a rally yet again. And a left-hander delivers and through there for a strike. Rafael Devers on deck. He's doubled and homered tonight. Missed that one by quite a bit on a big swing.
That's the pitch right there for Milner against lefties. He's going to set it up with a fastball like he did, and then he gets that big sweeping breaking ball.
Duran stepping out here, takes the time. 2 for 2 against this guy. Wouldn't offer at that. Red Sox 7 hits. 2 of them home runs. And a 2-2. Struck him out. 2 gone. The pitch zone presented by Mika.
Pitch zone. I mean, this was above the pitch zone. That's how dangerous Rafi Devers is. You can throw it above the zone, inside the zone, outside, inside. You pick your poison, and he's going to make it hurt. What a hitter.
Keep all your bases covered with Amica Insurance. Empathy is our best policy. Rafi will hit that one foul off to the left. Doubled in the first inning, fly to center field 4th inning. They crushed a 2-run homer in the 6th. Number 8.
Not a bad night after an 0 for 5. Get some knocks tonight. A couple big ones.
Number 2 in home runs in the big leagues. Throws that one back foul. And quickly behind. 0-2. Turner the runner at second.
Good take by Rafi here. It's that big sweeping breaker.
Lays off that one too.
Don't you do it, Doug. He flinched. Don't do that. It's a ball. 2-2. 2 out. Swing. This he took a mighty cut and down he goes strike 3. Red Sox strand a man at second. Moment of health. Learn more at cbs.com/health. Bottom of the 8th coming your way. 1-run game. Crawford staying out there for a second frame against Willie Adames, who's gone 2 for 3 with 2 singles tonight. Milwaukee by a run. Red Sox had a chance after the 1-out double by Turner, but Duran and Devers both struck out to end that threat. I want you to look at how Cutter Crawford hides the baseball. He doesn't have that normal take back where the arm goes down with the ball and around where the hitter can see it. As he starts his delivery, he pulls it right behind his ear. The batter can't see the ball at all until it comes out of his hand. Look at this. Hides it on you. That's part of what makes him super effective.
How best to use him though?
Right now, wherever you want.
1-2. The thought was when he went down, he was quickly back up again after an injury to Kelly, but when he went down, it was to continue to use him as a starting pitcher. Barely flared foul there by Adames. On deck, Rowdy Tellez.
Yeah, he just has a lot of stuff working to his advantage. I mean, he's a 88th percentile on fastball spin. That means it's going to stay up and get on you. But he hides it so well. Ouch.
Yeah, that one got McGuire. A foul ball by Adames. Shaking that hand. Red Sox already on their second catcher tonight.
Yeah, this is never good. Catcher, sometimes their hands, see how it's barely hanging out. They try to hide it behind their thigh so that doesn't happen. He had it up just enough, and it was the perfect foul ball. You got to be careful there. Lots of little bones on top of that hand, and that smoked him. That does not feel good. Gonna have to see if he can grip a baseball. That's gonna be the thing. Can he grip it and throw it? Sometimes that hand, when you get hit in the top of the hand like that, you just lose every bit of grip strength you had. Regardless if you break anything or not, just the bruising is hard to grip it.
As mentioned, Connor Wong started, so he's already put in his work today. He's the backup tonight. It's good to see everybody laughing.
If they need an emergency catcher, you think Tech can strap it up and go?
I'm sure he could. Check on the eligibility.
Get it loose, Tech.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not.
Threw that one right by Crawford, right down to second base.
I think that more had to do with the tape than the hand. He's trying.
Just did the same thing. Adjusting that tape, it would appear.
Yeah, that tape might be too tight where he really can't grip it. So if he can do it without the tape. Now, hopefully that was just because the tape was too tight around his hand. He couldn't get a good grip on it.
Two on the way to Adames. Popped in a foul ground. A little twist on back over the top of the dugout.
Tell you what, these catchers, they are some tough individuals. Take that ball off the hand like that and you know what, I'm good. Make it work. Figure it out.
Wait, the pounding over a season, over a career for a major league catcher, ridiculous. He knows.
Yeah, he does.
Long at bat here by Adames. And that man lurking on deck.
Heads up down there, Blaney. You too, Jemiah.
Trying to put him away. And instead a base hit. Duran able to get in on it, and it's a single and the third of the ball game for Adames. This would be beginning the bottom of the 8th. Scan the QR code to learn more about Blue Moon's origin. Blue Moon Belgian white, born at a ballpark, born for baseball. And now Tellez, a 2-run homer back in the 3rd inning. Dave Bush out for a mound conference on this guy.
Power versus power right here. I'm excited for this matchup.
The big first baseman has had a remarkable career against the Red Sox. 37 games, 14 home runs, 29 runs batted in after the blast in the 3rd inning against Garrett Whitlock tonight. Crawford trying to put a stop to that. Tellez ready. And strike 1. 9 hits now for Milwaukee. Red Sox have 7.
McGuire again. That's a scary look right there. Another ball over Cutter Crawford's head on the throwback. They're just going to have to keep backing him up the middle.
Too high.
I mean, at some point, Adames, you'd think he would just go, right? There's a clear issue with Reese's hand right now. Take that chance.
Not running. And a weave and a miss. And a big cut there by Tellez. Will now get a time. We'll count 1 and 2. Nobody out, 1 on. Runner does go. That's fouled away. And pretty fair jump there by Adames too.
Real good job. The umpire started to throw the ball back, and Reese said, no, give it to me. I need to keep throwing. The more I throw, the more comfortable I'm going to get with this swollen hand.
Not running this time. It bounced up there, and he makes a fine play on it. McGuire with the stop. And it's 2 and 2. Crawford trying to keep this guy from doing more damage. We are in the last half of the 8th. Red Sox have been coming back throughout the night. They'll be pressed to do it once more anyway. 2-2. All filled up now on Tellez.
Need your best pitch right here, Cutter Crawford. Hot hitter, loves hitting against the Sox. Make your best pitch right here.
Crawford will step off the rubber. 31,965 here tonight at American Family Field in Milwaukee. Willie Adames, the base runner at first. And the 3-2 with the runner going. Got a piece of that one again. Adames back to first. No shock here. Tellez with another lengthy at bat. Runner taken off, swing and roped, but foul. Hit that one wickedly.
Just uncomfortable with him up there. You can just almost feel, you can see it in his eyes how comfortable he is, how confident he is right now in the box. Just calm.
He belted a home run last night. He's done it again tonight. The last time up, he did hit into a double play. Once again, a 3-2 with the runner going. And a pop-up on the infield. That'll be out number one. Runner getting back.
Big out right there. Stream every out-of-market MLB game live or on demand. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
We'll send up Contreras, who's doubled and then grounded out 2 times. Double play candidate. One big out. Crawford, third man out of the bullpen tonight. Not a long start by Garrett Whitlock. Did not get it out in the 5th inning. All 5 runs charged to Whitlock. Tuna. Adames again off the bag, not running. Red Sox, when we get to the 9th inning, will have due up Kike, then Yoshida, and then Tapia scheduled to bat. That leaving up the count, 2-2.
And Contreras looks like he's pulling off right here. Even on the fastball right there that he fouled off, looks like those hips are just clearing super early. I want to go back to that cutter, maybe even a breaking ball down and away. I think you can beat him here with that.
And to center field, airborne. Durant's right there. Makes that grab for the 2nd out. 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. And Brian Anderson approaching the plate. Then Williams, right-hander, now up in their bullpen. The Sox will get in the 9th. Anderson has gone 1 for 2. He did double in a run in the 2nd inning. He's also walked and lined to center. And a swing and a miss for a strike. Again, the runner staying put, and that's downstairs for a ball. Finale of this series coming up tomorrow afternoon at 2:10. We're going to be on NESN Plus. Bayo against Burns. Chris Sale goes on Monday night at Baltimore. And the first of 3 there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 more strike to get for Cutter Crawford. Chris Sale brilliant last time out with 11 punch outs. He said, that's what I expect of myself. Fouled that one off himself at home plate. Anderson went down, now quickly back up, but you heard him groan. 1 ball, 2
Did that
strikes.
get his knee? What did that get? Oh no, top of the foot. Ow.
Adames with the lead. He's holding. Did he offer? Yes, he did. Struck him out. He went around. Red Sox coming up in the 9th, down by 1. The season, BIDMC is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Who need a lightning strike. Red Sox are down by 1. 5-4. Milwaukee trying to tie up the series here as we go to the 9th inning. This is Devin Williams, who was an all-star for the first time last year. He had 15 saves for the Brewers. Last pitched on Tuesday at Seattle at a scoreless 10th inning. He struck out 3 and he walked 1.
Known for his nasty changeup called the airbender. You'll see why.
Kike will start it.
Actually throws the changeup a lot more than his fastball. 55% changeups to just 43% fastballs.
Hernandez 0 for 3 tonight. So Kike with an 8-game hitting streak on the line. He's grounded out 2 times and popped to short. Dustin Turner with that double with 1 out last inning, but the Red Sox couldn't bring him in. And in for a strike.
3 heaters in a row. In a 1-run game like this, he knows they're going up there looking for his best pitch, and wrong. He hadn't given it to him yet.
1-2. Just nudged it foul to stay alive. Yoshida next. And the right-hander's 1-2 again. He struck him out. There's a changeup. 1 away.
I mean, there's a reason this pitch is labeled as one of the best pitches in all of the game. I mean, it starts middle, and just fades to that back foot late. Just snaps down and into righties. Tough pitch.
Yoshida 1 for 3 with an infield single. So batting right at 200, 1 home run. Tapia next.
Guys like this, it's that first pitch to Massa that you fouled back. You get that one pitch, and if you miss it, you're like, no, that was my one good pitch to hit, and now he goes to his junk.
Little floater, center field. River coming on. He pulls up and it drops in for a base hit. He didn't crush it, but again, he'll take it. His second knock of the ball game. The Red Sox have a base runner with 1 out in the 9th.
Hey, sometimes barrel on a baseball is just overrated. Just finds some green, gets a change up off the end of the bat here and dumps it in. Start a little rally here.
Weimer for a split second thought about diving. Of course, he's robbed that man a couple of times tonight. Tapia now took a big hat.
Yeah, when you're facing a guy like this, you have to get him up in the zone. Yes, he can beat you with a fastball, but he is going to go to that changeup, and the mistake pitch he will throw with that rarely happens, but it will start up above the zone and then fade down into the heart of the plate. You got to see him up.
Red Sox have their closer up in case. 1 on 1 out. And foul off to the left. And 2 strikes now on Tapia. Reese McGuire has that aching hand on deck. And a 2-strike pitch. Well, Red Sox have given themselves an opportunity here. Giving themselves a chance with a base runner with 1 out in the 9th inning. Little ground ball to third. Anderson will gobble and throw. I mean, nice play to get him. Down to second goes Yoshida. Good off balance throw there. Red Sox have the tying run at second and 2 down.
Yeah, solid play right here. This is a ball just squibbed off the end of the bat. Not only is it tough because you're running so far and have to throw on the run, but these balls have side spin on them, and it's almost snaking through the grass. It's not rolling straight. Great play.
It's a big league play. And now Reese McGuire trying to deliver here. He checked his swing and ball 1. 371 for the Sox catcher. Yoshida leading at second. 2 down. And a high pop up into left field. Yelich is right there, and that is it. It ends 5-4. Milwaukee pulls it out, and they have evened up the series in the game apiece.
Yeah, Garrett Whitlock just wasn't at his best tonight. Not crisp. The changeup was up a few times, and just not much swing and miss. Thought Schreiber looked good. 1, 2, 3, very good. You know, some big homers. That fight we've been seeing a lot from this team was there. Just couldn't pull it out there at the end.
Took 2 hours and 24 minutes. TC and Lenny on the other side of the break.